chicken stock. We use a lot during the holidays, so I'm gonna show you how to make it. We've got a 16 quart stock pot over here, getting ready with a little bit of water and salt. And then we have our leftovers. We've got a bunch of onions in here, scraps, pieces, celery, about 4 or 5 ribs of celery, 4 or 5 whole carrots chopped up, 5 or 6 cloves of garlic, and then I've got a bunch of chicken scraps. We bought some 40-pound cases of chicken and cleaned them all up, so use all that scraps for stock. So we're about to get this thing started. We also have some seasoning over here that we're going to use. I use my poultry and Italian blend. We're going to be simmering this down. I want full flavor. I don't want water. I don't want chicken water. I want full flavor stock. So I'm going poultry blend, Italian blend. I'm even going to use the rest of this. I use this chicken base right here. That's the paste. I don't use bouillon cubes at all. So I use this, and I've got just about enough left. What I use: bay leaves, peppercorns, celery seed. It's all going to go in. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it all day long and condense it. All right, listen, I'm telling you, it's just that easy to make chicken stock, and you usually have stuff around your house. It's that chicken base. We're going to add chicken base in there just to kind of help it along. Why? Because we can. That's what I do. All right, I have a bunch of bay leaves, tricolor peppercorns, and celery seed. You're making stock. Don't be shy. Italian blend. Using our Italian blend, we're going to open up this other side and we're going to dump a good amount. Poultry blend. We're going to dump a good amount, maybe half a cup. We're going to strain all this stuff out, so don't worry. With my wooden spoon. All right. Then we're going to add too big a pots. We're going to add our scraps. All right, we got carrots and celery, and we've got garlic in there. There's a piece of garlic right there, too. And we're going to add all that in. I add everything: leaves, shells, stems. I don't care. It's all good. It all makes a really good stock. We're gonna put this in here. We're gonna get this thing flavorful. All right, all these chicken scraps, juice, everything. There's some bone in there. From the thighs that I trimmed up, there's fat, there's meat from the breast. Most people just throw that shit away. We're gonna roll out with it. We're gonna make stock, and we're gonna have enough stock at the end of this to carry us through Thanksgiving. Okay. Now, most important thing. This is the easy part. Throw everything in a pot, let her dig. Once it comes to a boil, bring it down to a simmer, and leave it at a simmer for hours. If you're not doing anything, you're doing laundry or you're just working around the house, just leave it at a simmer as long as possible. Most restaurants cook this stuff up to 48 to 72 hours to really condense it and really get it right. They'll even roast bones, they'll do all kinds of other stuff. But anyway, today we're just going to do this the way I normally always do it. Throw it in here, and then once it gets up to a simmer, I'm going to transfer it to the back there, and I'm going to leave it alone for the rest of the day. All right, this is coming up to a boil, as you can see. So once we get to this stage here, it don't have to be a rolling boil or anything like that. So once we get to the stage right here, all we have to do is turn this down to, I have an induction, so it's going to be on 2. I'm going to put it on 3. I'll put it on 3. Put the lid on, and forget about it. Okay, after hours and hours later, this is in the afternoon, we're going to take all this out with our strainer. It's one of those, just regular strainers that you can get from anywhere. I usually use it for frying. There's like a 3-pack I got from Ross for $8 or whatever. But anyway, strain all your big pieces out, and then we're going to use a fine mesh strainer to strain out the rest. All right, so do this over a sink. We're going to do this over a bowl in the sink just in case something happens. If you got some help, you get some help. If not, just roll with it, whatever. There's a fine mesh strainer right there. We're going to pass it through there a couple of times. After you pass it through there once or twice, then if you want to really get it fine, you can go through a cheesecloth and strain it again. I don't have cheesecloth. I just have these fine mesh strainers. It's good enough for me. Now that we got our stock all strained out, now we're going to let it sit and cool and then skim all the fat off of it. So the good bits that we had left over from our stock, the chicken, celery, and the carrots. We're going to add about 3 cups of rice to this and some water. And the puppies will enjoy this. Now that we got our stock done, take this, just get all this fat off of here like this. All that fat's gonna float up here. It's just an easy way to do it. Residual fat you got left. Once you get all that fat that's congealed off the top, we had this in the refrigerator for about a day. All that fat will congeal and go to the top. So you can get all that fat off of there, and then we transfer them into these cups. Now I get these cups from Restaurant Depot. You can get a case of them for $35-40, and the 16 or 32 ounce sizes, we get both because of leftovers, making stock, and we just put all the stuff in the freezer. I try not to waste anything, so these cups are great. Just period. You can go to your local restaurant supply place that's open to the public. Generally, or sometimes Sam's or Costco will have them, but most of the time, just go to your local restaurant supply store and they'll carry them. It's great to just store everything, leftovers, the fish, the shrimp, whatever. Use them in the freezer, whatever, and you can reuse them. They're great. So if you haven't seen the color on this, look at the color on this. You don't get this from a box, and the flavor is absolutely bonkers. Make your own stock. Don't buy it from the store. Thank you for watching.